Thank you, Ed. So how's that going for you? Don't worry about anything? How you doing with that? You know, it is so striking about this passage because Paul assumes that we have power. He doesn't say, if you can, try not to worry too much. He says, do not worry about anything. Just do it. Sort of takes a Nike slogan there. Just do it. Don't worry. He doesn't say, you know, if you're feeling pretty good, then when you pray, offer with thanksgiving. He said, when you pray, be thankful. And then he talks about gentleness, being gentle in the world. And then that great sentence at the end, finally, think about these things. Control your mind. You have the power to do that. That's amazing to me. I sometimes think I need to go to a spiritual gym and get all of these little muscles back in a stronger place, right? It's like, what happens to me, maybe it happens to you, is you start to look out there in the world and you begin to worry. You begin to fear. You begin to feel a little powerless. What am I going to do about global warming? What can I do about racism? What can I do about the divisions in this country? And so we begin to worry. And then with that, it all starts to crumble, doesn't it? And you begin to think about not the things that Paul's talking about. You begin to think about all those negative things, all those things that make us frightened, we worry about, we wake up in the middle of the night. And Paul assumes that we have the power not to do that. That's amazing to me. He's obviously in a very good space. You can feel it coming out of his words. I was at a dinner the other night with some friends, and out of the blue, one of them said, "What do you think your superpower is?" And I thought, what? What is your superpower? And then everyone loved the question. I'm not sure I loved it that much. I hadn't really thought about it. Like, what's my superpower? What would be on my shirt, right? My Marvel shirt. And I suppose it was just a very creative way to talk about what your gifts are, and how you can use them to change the world and so forth. But I think these are superpowers. I mean, if Marvel got a hold of this passage, what would the characters look like? Gentleman who walks into situations where bullying is happening or people are being hurt and demonstrates gentleness and kindness. Don't worry, be happy woman who walks into a situation and elevates the spirit and everything's going to be all right. Positive person who thinks on what is worthy and beautiful and wonderful and honorable and all these other things. What is excellent, commendable, what's pleasing to you. So beautiful. So, we're going to break down into little groups. Find someone around you. And I want you to ask a couple of questions. Which superpower do you wish you had tonight? What gets in the way of you, I don't know, stepping in the nearby phone booth and coming out with your superpower or whatever happens with the Marvel characters? And what can you do? What would help to take that power back that we all have to live into the world this way? Because I think that if we were those kind of people, that it is much more powerful than the way the world thinks of power. This world needs love. It needs kindness. It needs a different perspective. And we have the power to do something about it. Anyway, talk amongst yourselves and see what you come up with. About 5 minutes.